Hello everybody, welcome back to Pixie Woo. Today I'm going to do quite a quick look for you. A makeup using smoky greens, but I think a light green. Maybe like Sumptuous Olive here from MAC. And I'm going to do it, the makeup that can be worn by anyone, but I'm going to aim it more for a slightly more mature skin. So I've already moisturised my skin. I'm going to use a Radiance Primer from Becca. I really like this product. It is going to prime the skin, so hold the makeup in place, but it's also got a really healthy glow to it. You know, everybody has different skin, but normally as you get older your skin does dry out a tiny bit more. So you might want to, but you might find that your makeup doesn't stay on as well. So the best thing for you is to get a primer that is quite radiant, and the Becca one does that really nicely. Next I'm going to take my Chanel Vitalumia. This one is in 20. You can use Vitalumia, depending on your skin, you can use Vitalumia or Pro Lumia. I would say you want to, Vitalumia is quite light coverage, which is why I'm using it, and you want to go for one that's still going to make the skin look healthy and glowing. You don't want your skin to look too matte because obviously if it's too matte then it's going to show any dehydration, any fine line. Now I'm just running that through the top part of my brow. I'm not taking it all over my eye, because you'll probably find that your eye makeup may crease a little bit, so I don't want to put something like Vitalumia all the way over the eye because it will make it crease even more. Line Smoothing Concealer from Clinique, and this is in medium 04. I'm going to pop it on the back of my hand like that. You can use it straight from the wand if it's yours, but I do like to have a brush to blend it through, even if you use it straight from the wand. So I'm going to pop that just underneath my eyes. This is reasonably moisturising as well. It's actually a really lovely concealer. And I'm going to run that same concealer around my nose. Now I've had a cold, so I need something quite moisturising around the nose, and that works perfectly. For those of you that are going to use a foundation that's going to be lighter than the one that I used, or maybe the one that I used and you've got high colouring, a great little trick is get a tiny bit of your concealer on the brush and just run it on the cheeks. It won't make it look like you've got a lot of coverage. It will just make that skin tone look even more even. You wouldn't do this if you had a heavier concealer, but with this concealer that's nice and light, you're absolutely fine to do that. Because I have a few blemishes just on my chin, and one here, I am going to use Studio Finish concealer just to give me a tiny bit more coverage there. And I'm using NW25. Next I'm going to move on to the eyes. I'm not going to powder the skin until right at the end, because I want to let the foundation really work into the skin, see if it needs any more coverage at the end. Quite often if I powder it now, because the skin is so damp and so the foundation's only just set and the moisturiser and the primer, the powder will just cling to it and it will look very heavy. I have got a base, and this is called Precious Jade, and it's from Estee Lauder. And it's a really nice green. Now I have got a Maggie Hunt flat brush, and I'm just going to run the eyeshadow right the way over the eye. You can use your fingers for this. Be absolutely fine. I'm just going to get a softer brush. It's also a Maggie Hunt one, just to buff that out, because I actually put a little bit too much on than I wanted. So just give that a little buff through. The more I'm buffing that into the eye, the more the gold's really coming out of it. It's very nice. Next I've got Sumptuous Olive. You could leave it at this point and just put a bit of liner with it. I'm going to run over it with Sumptuous Olive because I had it in my mind that I was going to do that. I didn't expect the colour to be quite as beautiful as it is. So I'm going to grab Sumptuous Olive and just run that over the top just to seal it very lightly. Doesn't really change it, but it also gives it a nice blend just through the socket. Just by using an eyeshadow you get a bit more of a blend from it. Next thing you're going to need is a slightly darker colour. This one's typographic. You could use Plumage as well from MAC, or any, you could even use a black, it's absolutely fine. I'm going to use just an off black. This one is a Louise Young angle brush, and I'm just going to run the colour really close to the lash line. When you get to the edge, just flip your brush round so it's that way and just slightly pull it up. And it just softens those colours. So it's not quite so dark, you've not got a really definite line there, it's just softly smoked upwards. Now these colours are absolutely fine for darker skin as well. Sumptuous Olive actually looks beautiful. Dazzle Lash from MAC. I've used this one because it's got a really small brush and I quite like the small brush. If you've got shorter lashes as well, sometimes more mature women do have slightly shorter lashes, unfortunately. So a smaller brush is a little bit easier to get in there. So like I said, this look can be worn by anyone, but I just wanted to aim it at a more mature woman, just so you've got an idea of what you can wear. Sam and I have also done a video on our mum each, so if you like this one, then you can have a look through of the ones that we did on our mum. You can run a little bit of it under the eye if you want. It's totally up to you with the eyeshadows. I'm actually not going to, I quite like it as it is. Right. Next I'm going to show you just how to enhance the lashes a little bit more. I don't really actually have the best lashes to show you, but if you go into MAC, especially the Pro Store in London, they do the most fantastic lashes that aren't too long. I think they do a pair that's called number 33. They're a bit gappy and they're beautiful. So it might be worth having a look. But I'm going to show you some individual lashes, and I'm going to show you a strip of lashes, but I'm going to cut them down. Actually, I think I'm going to use the Makeup Forever ones. I'm going to cut them in half. What a waste, but you can use them twice, I suppose, that way. Let me show you the individual ones first. I've got my glue. Now, the individual lashes, these are Eylure ones. These ones are short, medium and long. You can also buy them in a separate short, a separate medium, a separate long. If I was you, I would buy just the short ones because the long are so ridiculously long you hardly use them on anyone. The medium are okay, you might use one on the outer corner if someone's got reasonably long lashes anyway, but to be honest, mostly you use the short. So I use these a lot on brides as well. Get my short lash, dip the end into the glue, look down, and then just place the lash into place and pop it into place. It just builds up the lashes a tiny bit on the ends. Now another thing you can do is these are Makeup Forever lashes. Get some scissors and cut them in half. So half the lash I've put back in there and half the lash I've got with me. Then with my tweezers, I'm going to just look down and place the lash on the very outer corner of the eye. It just thickens the lashes Doesn't look like you're wearing anything either. So you can see how much fuller on the outer corner the lashes look. On the brows, I'm going to use Omega, which is this one here. The reason I'm using an eyeshadow is it gives a softer finish, and this is a Louise Young brush again. Just brush my brows through. There you go, a bit of shape on there. I have got, this is in 20, Chanel loose powder and a MAC 134 brush. If you find that the powder picks up any fine lines, don't take it around this area. Just take it in the T-zone where you need it. Now, I'm going to use this one here, which is called Lillicent. Now, I think the cream blush on a mature skin looks beautiful. Gives a really healthy glow. I've powdered the rest of the skin, so you don't have to worry about your makeup falling off. As a highlighter, I'm going to use Rose Gold, which is from Gemma Kid. Using the same brush. On the lip, I have got a number 7 lip pencil. It is called 20 Nude. Right the way over the lip, and on top of that I'm going to put a little bit of Love Nectar gloss. Sometimes if you don't like using lip gloss, don't, just pop a little bit of Vaseline over the top of that, or even a lipstick that you like. Just to finish it off, I think I'm going to run a tiny bit of the Sumptuous Olive under the eye so you can see it. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope it's been informative. Next video, I'm going to try and do something a bit more dramatic for you. Have a lovely day, everybody. Bye-bye.